I'm Charlie from CookingSecretsForMen.com. Well, this is another recipe that I learned while I was in Italy this past summer and fall. I was lucky enough to cook with the great Tuscan personal chef, Joe Russo, and together we put together a full Tuscan meal. Joe actually did most of the work, but I helped. We were in a seaside resort town of Viareggio on the Mediterranean, actually in the Mediterranean Sea. So most of the dishes we made had a seafood theme. We made 5 appetizers, Cinque Antipasti alla Viareggio, most of which were not cooked in the traditional sense. One of my favorites of these 5 antipasti was a shrimp tartare on crostini. It's simple, tasty, very fresh. The puree was made of pecorino cheese and extra virgin olive oil using the immersion blender. Pecorino is a key ingredient in Tuscan cuisine because it's sheep's milk cheese that's been around Tuscany since ancient times. The puree on the crostini is topped with fresh shrimp tartare, and it was both eye-catching and delicious. It's a simple appetizer to put together for parties. One of the characteristics of Italian cooking, especially in Tuscany, is cucina povera, or poor cooking or cooking from poverty. Cucina povera goes way back in Italian history. It refers to mostly to the peasants of the poorer classes. It's a type of cooking that mixes with another well-known art, that of making do with what you have. So this is the essence of everyday Tuscan cooking. So here is Chef Joe Russo's shrimp tartare on crostini, which I helped do. Hope you enjoy. All right, to get started with our shrimp tartare on crostini, got a few. These are actually store-bought crostini. They've got the grill marks on them. You can make your own out of bread. It's just a little easier for me to do that. We've got our shredded and grated pecorino cheese. Of course, we have alla, our immersion blender, and a little black pepper will go on top. So I'm using Patagonian raw shrimp. These are raw. The shell is on this. I'm going to take the shell off. As you take the shell off, you'll see that the color of it looks like it's cooked, but it's not. These are raw. So I like these mostly due to the color, not the gray ones that you get that are raw. And it's got a nice color already. So I've cleaned these, and I've got about a dozen shrimp. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of cut these in half to start the process. So I'm going to take each shrimp, go down the back, makes it easier to make the tartare. You don't have to, I do. So it'll probably work with any shrimp. I just think from a presentation standpoint, these Patagonian shrimp, or if you have some gambero rosso, which are red Mediterranean shrimp, use those, but of course you do not because you're not in the Mediterranean. All right, so we've cut the shrimp, and I'm just going to give them a rough chop. Like any tartare, if you've had tuna tartare or beef tartare, same type of thing. You don't want big hunks. All right, so this looks good. So I can put these back in the bowl. And the next step is I'm going to make the puree. So very simple. This is about, not quite a cup. Let's see how much we got here. About a half a cup of pecorino cheese, and we have olive oil. About a similar amount. Put it right in. And we're going to use our immersion blender here think we use a little more olive oil. Alright. Alrighty. So to put it together, very simple. Very simple if I had a spoon. Alright, take a spoon and we take a little bit of the puree. Just around a little bit. Just putting it on all of the crostini. A couple little ones here. Alright. Take a little bit of black pepper. Just sprinkle it on top. Obviously you don't need any salt because cheese is nice and salty. And we're just going to take a little bit of each of the tartare, put it on top. You should not be scared of eating this. You can see the color, it looks like they're cooked shrimp. They feel like they're cooked shrimp and they do taste like they're cooked shrimp. But they're not. Okay, so this is shrimp tartare on crostini on a bed of pecorino olive oil puree. Let's give it a little taste. Bread's a little hard. Tastes great. Now you can, probably should, a little drop of olive oil on the shrimp. I'll have another one. You never know. What do you think, Olive? Okay. So thanks to my friend Joe Russo, Chef Joe Russo in Viareggio, Tuscany in Italy, for showing me how to make this. I've served it a couple times since I've been back. I love it. It's easy, simple appetizer. If you do remember, in most seafood departments, they have the raw peel and eat shrimp, and then they have the Patagonian shrimp, which is a little more expensive, but it looks a lot better. So that would be my suggestion. So, as always, thanks. Appreciate your support. Please like and subscribe. I'll be back again soon with another one of the dishes I learned while I was in Italy.